Hello, Christina. Lance, hello, East West Center in Hawaii. Hello, everybody. And these hello are from Makassar in Sulawesi Island, Indonesia. I'm very glad to create this podcast, not only because I will talk about WastEducation's Lab, but frankly speaking, this is my first ever podcast that I will publish. So this podcast will focus on WastEducation's Lab, one of the 7 EWC labs that runs from October 2018 to March 2019. It is a 6 months community service. So in this podcast, I will focus on several things. The first, I will focus on introductions of WastEducation's Lab. So kind of what is WastEducations and who runs it, where, and etc. The second is why this is important. The third, the result of project. And the last but not least, the future of the lab. So without any further ado, I jump into the first topic, introduction of WastEducation's Lab. So it is very interesting because of in this project, we create a website. I would like to thank you so much because of this is the first website of WastEducations as well. So first of all, I would like to introduce you about what is WastEducations. Recently, we make a website. We call it wasteeducation.org. Just because of we want to see this WastEducation will be the organizations that will create a huge impact in the society. So WastEducations are focused on the reductions of waste, particularly toxic waste such as plastic and its family like styrofoam. So basically, we would like to encourage more people to be conscious with their plastic consumption. We would like to see them to reduce their plastic, or even if they consume plastic, they will recycle it. And it established in 2017. WastEducation Lab itself is the second project of our organization. The first project was held in November 2017. It was in another youth program, and now we are very happy to have our second project, WastEducation's Lab. It is funded by East West Center. I actually very lucky to participate in the events of East West Center. It was in Inle Lake in Myanmar. That was Wisely Impact XL. And I was the participant at that time, and then in 2019, I think it was in July or August 2019, East West Center opened applications for mini grants for labs project, and then we are lucky to be one of the recipients of these grants. So WastEducation's Lab, like other EWC labs, most of the organizations conduct the project started from October 2018 to March 2019. And then our project was conducted in school, one of the elementary school in Makassar. We call it, the name of school was SD Parinring. It is located in Makassar, quite close with the landfill, with the waste disposal site of Makassar city. And then it is a very good place because of the children was enthusiastic, especially because of they basically don't know so much about waste reductions or waste management. During 6 months projects, most of the children came to our program, and then they bring their waste that segregated in their house. So basically, we want every children to segregate their waste at home and bring that waste to school, where we can segregate the waste collectively and sell it to recycling market. Around more than 60 students involved in the program, and then we collect about 500 kilograms of trash. The whole class was conducted 25 times, and then not only students learned about waste waste and waste management or waste reductions or the dangerous things about plastic. As a feedback, after they collect their waste at home, we give them free math and English scores. I think I already write it down on the proposals about it. I think Christina and Lens really aware about this. The second topic is that I would like to explain why this is important. So basically, Indonesia is labeled as the second largest marine waste producer in the world. So we don't want to see that happen because of the impact is tremendous. The plastic itself is so toxic, and then the toxic of plastic itself can come back to ourselves, and it is not good for our health. So we would like to stop these things. Another thing that why this is important is because of the locations of these schools is located quite close with the waste site disposal of Makassar city. So we would like to build their awareness that waste is totally not good. This waste is actually dangerous for our health. So we basically would like to raise their awareness about this. And the third issue, the third thing that we would like to explain about the result of the project. So during 6-month implementations of the project, we conduct the classes 25 times. One meeting will consist of 2 subjects, whether it math, English, or environmental science. It is estimated that about 60 students involved. All of them are from 5th and 6th grade. In our class, the math and English is adjusted with the national curriculum, but we bring the class into collaborative and as interesting as possible for children to come. So basically, around 10 students start the first meeting, but basically previous at the first meeting we socialize our project to the school. At the first meeting, only 10 students come, but then because of the class is kind of fun and interactive, so these 10 students invite other students to come to our class, so the numbers of students grow until 60 students. In environmental protection science, we usually talk about climate change or the climate or why like ocean is important, why corals is important, why plastic is dangerous, and etc. and etc. So not only we learn about theory, but also we give kind of hands-on experience for the children. Like for English, when we learn about, I still remember when we learned about directions. So instead of memorizing the word of go straight, turn left, turn right, we give them like hands-on experience. So basically, students make lines, so they walk in line, and we give them instructions when to turn left, when to turn right, and they have to implement it in their own way. So we instruct them to stop, go straight, keep going, etc. They learn how to use the word properly, and after that we ask them to pronounce the word correctly, and then we teach them how to do that. In environmental science, we learn also about collecting the trash, hands-on experience. So basically, all the students collect the trash in the school, and then we learn how to segregate it, which one is organic and inorganic, which one is hard plastic, soft plastic, which one is wood, styrofoam, and etc., which one is aluminum cans, which one is the iron cans, which one cannot be recycled, which one able to recycle, and so on and so on. So basically, because we believe that class should be should be interactive, not only the students sit down and listen to the teacher. So that's the class. That it is very interesting. because of we are also supported by the dedicated volunteers. There are 14 volunteers involved in our program. So we separated these 14 volunteers into their expertise. Me myself, I teach. I actually teach all of the subjects, but some of the volunteers prefer to teach only one subject. We really open for that, and we really appreciate the decisions of the volunteers. So the third topics that I would like to mention here is the result of the project. What we believe after we conducted this project is that the awareness of students about waste is is built is built well. So they understand very well about the dangers of plastic, why we have to do recycling, and etc. and etc. So also in the end of program, we also give every students a tumbler, so that they can use the tumbler as a tools to reduce their plastic footprints. So we would like to change single-use plastic that previously most of the children use for drinking water. They go to canteen and buy water, and then most of the plastic is a single use. Now we would like to encourage them to use the reusable tumbler, so they fill their tumbler at home and then drink it, and then fill it again tomorrow, and so on and so on. So the result is that they have awareness, they have equipment, and then we're really proud that currently in the school they have like a central segregated waste bin. So on that waste bin, they will segregate between the waste that is able to be recycled and the trash that go into landfill. So this is a very win-win solution. First, they understand. The second, they equip. The second, we equip them. Basically, they are capable of to reduce their plastic consumption. And the third, even if they produce waste, we will recycle it as best as possible, as best as we can do, like that. So I think this is like a very win-win solutions, and I think this is very attractive because of most of Indonesians thought that education is really important. So we incentivize their recycling effort for education. They really appreciate that. So that's the reason the number of students keep growing, as the parents of these students understand very well that our program is very good for their children's development. So the fourth topic is the future of lab. So what is next? So we know that the WastEducation Lab was end in 2000 sorry was end in March 2019, and I personally really want to continue this project. That is why we keep writing the grants proposal. Now there's a lots of grants opening. Some of them are from international donators. Some of them from national donators. And while writing the proposal, now we have our fundraising activities. So basically, we sell reusable straw. It's a straw made from stainless steel. You may see in our Instagram that we start to sell it, and then from the sales we can gain a small margin for maintaining our program. And I'm so fortunate that in this that in this year I will go to New Zealand for learning about sustainable development goals for 6 months. And at the end of the event, I will pitch my ideas, my project that will run with West Educations. So in 2020, um, we really believe that we will have our new project. While I am in New Zealand, other personnel of West Educations will still maintain the program. I will help them to write the proposal, the grants proposals, and once the proposal is selected, once the proposal is funded, so there will be other personnel like Awi and Irma will run the project, and I think that is all for our podcast today. That's all for West Education Labs and what's next for West Education. We wish to see other great labs in 2019. And then I hope we will still connected as a lab founders and East West Center, and maybe another breakthrough in the near future. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast and doing a great job wherever you are. Thank you so much. Wish to see you again. Bye.